set afar and high, we love Omega Psi Phi. To all thy precepts. Hey y'all, we had to show a little love. The Book of Ronan, thank you so much for the super chat. And you are welcome. We're glad to see you. Even if you are just passing through, always happy to see you. We had to show a little love today because it is the Founders Day for our great and illustrious brothers of Omega Psi Phi. And we will always be showing respect over here each and every time. Those of you who are here, I thank you. If you hit the like button, I appreciate it. If you haven't, it is not too late. And we are also in Twitch land. So if you're already there, thank you for being there. And if you're not, please feel free to open up 2 browsers or 2 apps. If you can double stream, I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for being here. Before I do my greetings, let me read this quick blurb. With respect to our brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Okay, so y'all please make sure y'all show some love and respect in the chat. Happy Founders Day to our brothers of Omega Psi Phi. Okay, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was founded on November 17th, 1911 at Howard University by juniors Edgar Almost Love, Oscar James Cooper, and Frank Coleman, and their faculty advisor, Dr. Ernest Everett Just. Their cardinal principles are manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and to uplift. There are many famous Omega Psi Phi members, such as Michael Jordan, Jesse Jackson, Tom Joyner, the Fly Jock, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Shaquille O'Neal, Terrence J., Bill Cosby, Langston Hughes, the comedian Joe Torre, Vince Carter, Benjamin Hooks, Benjamin E. Mays, Cedric Maxwell, Wanye Morris, the legendary Count Basie, Clarence Gaines, Ed Too Tall Jones, Nathaniel Bronner of Bronner Brothers, to name a few. There are a host of others. So on this day, we honor our brothers. Congratulations to you and happy Founders Day. All right. Now let me greet my sisters who are in the chat. We showed our brothers some love. We did our part. Now let me holler at y'all real quick. Good morning, learning to love myself. Spiller, how you doing? Good morning. Well, now good afternoon, working and listening. Angie, how you doing? I know you down there in Miami on that good plantation. All right. Sharon B. Foner, good to see you. Plum, how you doing? Ronan said he was passing through. Glad you made it. Miss Sparkle, how are you? Ty Bowden, hello. Yvette, how you doing? Toffee Mocha, good to see you, sis. Dana Cutler, Steelers Nation representing. Alita, how you doing? Fly Gray Street, girl, we got to talk today so we can finalize our plans, okay? Nacho Twins Mama, how you doing? Good morning to you, because I know you out west. Happy to be happy. Good morning to you. I know you're out west. All right, that's right. We made it to another Wednesday, y'all. It's hump day. Niecy Rose, hello, beautiful girl. There's my Christian Key. How you doing? All right, exactly. Fly Gray Streak says happy Founders Day to her husband, father, grandfather, father-in-law, uncles, cousins, and to all the bros. I know that's right. Auntie Eva, how are you? Good to see you. Queen Mermaid, I'm so glad you're here. S. Collins, how you doing? Good to see you. Marva, how are you? Good to see you. Jesse X, you say, got that earpiece and on the job. All right. The beautiful CC Miller is here. All right. Good to see you. Protect my energy. How are you? Good to see you. Did you say, Auntie Eva, your late godfather was Omega? Many men in my life are, but I will be honest. The majority of the men in my life are Alpha Phi Alpha, including my other half. I won't say my better half. I don't know which one of us is better, but my other half is also Alpha Phi Alpha. But I still give respect to each and every sorority and fraternity represented in the Divine Nine. All respect due. Cricket, good to see you. All right. Naturally rooted. Hello. All right. All right. So I'm glad y'all here. Again, happy Founders Day to the bros. I know they all over the country, all over the world, setting out a hop right now and probably all day. It's going to be random barking everywhere you go. Don't be alarmed. Don't be shocked. Okay. Hey, Kim Bird. There may also be some spontaneous outbreaks of people playing Atomic Dog. I want y'all not to be alarmed and just, join in the festivities, show these brothers some love, okay? We love our folks, and it's always good to celebrate those kind of things. Now, what y'all got going on this morning? This afternoon by now for the East Coast and Central Time, but everybody else is still good morning. So what y'all up to? Is everybody at work? Are y'all off work? What's happening? What's happening? What's up? Those of y'all who came over to Twitch last night for the dance party, I'm so glad you did. Tina, hey there. You over in Twitch land. I know Fly Gray Streaks is in Twitch land too. And I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. But those of y'all who came to the dance party last night, I thank you. That was a lot of fun. I always have a ball with y'all. Nacho Twins mama, you say it's the random barking for you. Hey, it's the random barking for all of us. Tay B, you at work? All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody who is still in a morning time zone. And good afternoon to those of us who are East Coast or Central Time. G, darling, good to see you. All right, you tuning in from work. You wish you had the day off. I know that's right. Say, did you sleep well? Last night was everything. Y'all, I had so much fun with y'all last night during that dance party. Honey, I slept fairly decent. I didn't get like 3 hours, a full 3, but it was decent. I ain't complaining. I'm grateful. I'm just glad I had a chance to have a good time last night with y'all. That was a lot of fun. I'm so glad that our baby brother Gabor got to come hang with us, and we found out he really is the baby. Lord knows we know it. You say working way too hard. Oh man. You say you missed the Twitch dealing with a sinus that time of year. Oh yeah. That's why I keep a big box of BC powders by my bed every single time. Christian, you had fun too. Oh, we had a ball. We had a ball. See, listen, I decided that might be a good idea to do, because a lot of nights when I don't sleep, I just sit up and I listen to music. So y'all were literally grooving with me. Like, this is what I do. I listen to music and just have a good time with the music. That's kind of my thing. So I'm glad that I was able to, hang out with my sisters last night, play some music, have some good, clean fun, vibe out. And it was just nice. I enjoyed y'all so much. Y'all were a lot of fun. Yvette, you had fun too? Wow. You say it's the afternoon there, listening and working. I love it. Oh, Gabor showed his tail, as always. When does he not? That is the question. When does baby brother not show his tail? If somebody could answer that for me. If somebody could answer it for me. But before I start getting into our morning updates, right? Let me tell y'all what I did. And it wasn't smart, and I won't do it again. But I gotta tell on myself. Like when you're kids, it's like always better to just tell on yourself. So I'm gonna just tell on me, right? So what I did yesterday, I decided I was not gonna take my diet pills. I said I'm not doing it. And I don't know what I was thinking, because it's not like the medicine gets out of your system if you skip it for a day. But I thought if I skipped it, I would just be able to eat and it would be okay. So let me tell y'all how that went. So I didn't take the medicine. I did not get an appetite back at all. I forced myself to eat a chicken sandwich, and then I groaned in pain for hours. And I mean hours, because my stomach was rejecting it. So let's just say I'm back on my diet pills this morning, and I will remain on them, because apparently this is just what I need to be doing right now. So that's kind of how we're going to do this thing. But yeah, I just figured I'd tell on myself, because that's what I did. I messed up. I shouldn't have did it. Tina, what you say? Your body said not today. Yeah, definitely. My body absolutely said not today. So I'm back on that medication. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope for the best. So let's get into these updates, shall we? So let's talk about the clear folks on Capitol Hill first, if y'all don't mind. Alita, what you say? You didn't get your Twitch alert. You hate you missed a good time. I don't know. We came live on YouTube first, and then we just ran over there. Toffee Mocha, you in Twitch land? All right. Okay. So let's get into our morning alerts. So the clear folks on Capitol Hill, more business as usual. They're more concerned with trying to raise that debt ceiling to avoid a government shutdown than doing anything to help the American people at the moment, which is understandable to a certain degree. They do need to be able to borrow more money in order to keep everything running and to keep it from shutting down. So that's their concern. They're definitely not concerned with inflation, how it affects the American people. There was even one ridiculous clear woman journalist who said that the dirty secret is that people have the money. You know, it's not that people don't have the money. Let me just say this for any clear woman who has this same sentiment: the people do not have the money. Now, if you have the money because you have that privilege, that's okay. A lot of people are living check to check. They do not have the money. Inflation is going to hurt people. They're saying gas prices are going to go up. I think they said by like another 12%. I have to double check those numbers. So y'all just be careful, be prudent. Let's stock up. Let's plan. You know, let's do what we need to do to make sure our families are provided for adequately, because these people are not interested. On the flip side, there are states that are giving out money that they had in surplus from the last stimulus money that was given to the states. I'm going to read you what we got. Oh yeah. Unless you know that man from Galilee, I would advise you to get to know him. If you don't, it ain't too late. Christian Key says you got that right. Check to short check. Right. That's how people are living, but they're basically saying screw anybody who is in that position. I feel for people in those positions. Everybody's not able to have a savings. Those of us who are blessed to have a savings, please know that it is a blessing. It is a blessing. There are a lot of people who do not have savings. I remember when I did not have savings. So I have a whole lot of sympathy, and it kind of heats my chest up when people pretend as if the poor don't exist. When people pretend like there are people who are not real life struggling and making life-changing decisions on whether to buy medication or food, that heats my chest up just a little bit. Tina says maybe if they cut their checks in half, maybe the government will have some money. Absolutely, Tina, and we know that ain't happening. But let me give you the list of states who will be giving out some money. I guess what they can without, you know, they got to steal their part too. They all steal. But even after this, their thefts, there are many, many thefts, they still have some to give. So the state of Arizona has a back to work program. So they're giving $1,000 a month and a $2,000 bonus if you go back to work. I don't think it's $1,000 a month. I think it's $1,000 check and then a $2,000 bonus if you go back to work. California is giving $400 to $600 to the children. This was just for the kids. Connecticut is giving $1,000 stimulus check. Florida is giving $1,000 stimulus check. Georgia is giving $1,000, but to educators only. Idaho is giving $248 to 500,000 people. Maryland is giving $300 to adults, $500 to children. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Y'all, my apologies. That was Daddy. Maryland is giving $300 to adults, $500 to children. Michigan is giving $500. Is giving a $500 check. I think that's just the teachers. New Hampshire is giving $1,086. That's a very odd amount. New Mexico is giving $750. Ohio is saying they have grants available for students. Oklahoma is giving money to educators. It was an unspecified amount. Hey, Vita. Hey, Glennis. Tennessee is saying they're giving $1,000 checks, that they're going to be giving out $1,000 checks and $500 to public employees. And Vermont is offering $7,500 for people moving to Vermont. So if you want to move to Vermont, you have to pay to move there, but Vermont is saying they will reimburse you $7,500 for moving to Vermont if you're coming there to work in hospitality or construction. And also the Chickasaw Nation is giving out $2,000 checks to Chickasaw tribe members. That's just to let you know that's what's going on. No, South Carolina is not on that list yet. Maybe they'll do something later, but they're definitely not on that list right now. You say you packing for Vermont. I think it's kind of cold up there. I hope you got some thick coats. Hey, Glennis, she said Wisdom Wednesday. All right. All right, Dejan, thank you so much for the super chat. Say, I heard there's a cash shakeup coming to Potomac. Robin, Mia, and Candace are on the chopping block. Oh, now that'll be good, Dejan. I got to look into that. If I find something on it, I'm going to talk about it. But thank you so much for the super chat. I love Dejan. Dejan come in, drop some tea and roll. Christian Key said, what is a public worker? I guess like the police, or if you work for the county or the city. But you would have to look into it. I'm just letting you know, if you live in one of those states, dig in and find out what's going on and how to qualify if you do. Hey, Lala Chanel. Hey, Chris Stephanie Stroud. But just to let y'all know, that's what's going on with that. That's the only information that I was able to find on that. Now, y'all know I mentioned the other day about the palm oil. They mentioned that palm oil may have cancer-causing agents or be instrumental in spreading or helping to spread cancers. Now, according to the Barcelona Institute, now you know they you know how they do their studies. Hey, LEL. All right. So, you know, they do their studies. Now, they did a study and they used, of course, the lab mice. The lab mice, according to them, already had cancerous spots in their mouths. They're saying that after being fed the palm oil, that the cancer actually spread. Now, they said it wasn't the same as with black seed oil or different oils. So, is it possibly dangerous? I think it is possibly dangerous. But in my opinion, with a study like that, it doesn't seem like they've done enough for me to say conclusively. But I would just say, as always, pray before you do anything. But just be mindful, be careful, keep an eye on it. Just to give you an idea of items that may have palm oil in it. We're talking about things like Nutella, peanut butter. You know how we like to go get those burgers that are not meat, those not meat burgers, the Impossible Burgers, Beyond Burgers. A lot of those have palm oil in them. Pretty much almost anything that come in a jar. Okay, so just be careful. And you know, it's people that's been against palm oil from the beginning. So because of the deforestation of the rainforest and how they just clean out all those valuable trees and forestation and put all those animals without home, not to mention the people who actually live in the rainforest. So just be mindful. There's a lot going on with that. I feel like there's a way they could do it without doing it the way they do. But y'all know them folks, they're going to do what they want to do. Then they say palm oil is in Subway bread. Now, you know, they were saying that Subway bread had the same stuff as yoga mats in it. I'm scared of Subway at this point, y'all. Now, we got the yoga mats in the bread. We got the palm oil. And then you got tuna that ain't tuna. And Jared ain't there no more, thank God. But I don't know. Anybody eat it at the Subway, eat at your own risk. That's all I'm going to say. Now, if it was just the palm oil, I'd have been okay. But when we start talking about not tuna and, yoga mat chemicals in the bread, I don't know. That was from a few years ago. They said that was the case. So I don't know. Y'all just be careful with them people. Hey, Nene Ashley, you say you agree you don't fool with Subway no more. I'm scared of them. You don't know what you're going to eat. If it might eat you. So I'm just going to say, as a rule of thumb, just be real careful. Another quick update. The ports in LA, they're saying, are finally open. They say the ports are finally open. What will that mean for the supply chain issue? I'm not sure whether that's going to be enough to solve it, but at least the ports are open. So, they're going to use that as a way to say, ain't nothing wrong. And, we really not finna help y'all. Basically, it's what's about to go down. How many of y'all fly a lot? How many of y'all travel a lot? I do like to travel. Papa travels quite a bit for his job. And my daughter is always jumping on a plane coming here or going somewhere. How many of y'all travel a lot? Nisi Rose says, I ate enough Subway when I was pregnant with my son and couldn't look at another foot long ever after that. Wow. Tina, really? Are you giving them a new jingle? You say, I'm eating at your house. Ding, ding. It's going to be some food here. I can promise you that. You hate planes. Okay. Talking about eating fresh. Yeah, right. Yeah. You don't, but they didn't say fresh what? That's the problem. They didn't tell you fresh what. So if they told you fresh what, then, there you go. You're not flying right now. Okay. Well, some of us fly. I fly. I don't have a problem flying. I used to be terribly afraid of airplanes. I haven't been afraid of airplanes for a few decades now. However, we got another thing that we should be paying attention to in the sky. Boeing got caught in the weasel suit, y'all. Boeing, y'all know Boeing, the people that make the 737s. Y'all know Boeing, right? Please tell me you know who Boeing is, because I don't want to be talking about folks y'all don't know. But they're one of the giants in aviation, like the giants in aviation, really. They had some issues. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. They had some issues. Apparently, they made a newer plane, of course, the 737 MAX. Hey, Simply Ange. And so the issue then becomes that they did not train their pilots properly on how to operate the new plane. Right. So the 737 MAX is not the same as the regular 737. And so they literally, the only training they got, I think that what I read in the article, was on an iPad. Now, how the hell you train somebody on a new plane with an iPad is beyond me. Who we got here? Miss Kaiser Sose. All right. How you doing? You say you love how I keep it real. Well, I love that you're here. I do. And yes, they've been around for years, forever. They're going to always be around. So they didn't train these pilots properly. And they had 2 crashes in a 6-month span. Now, that is a big deal. That is a very big deal. You about to start back flying soon. Right, right. Hey, Maureen Mercer. You don't fly that much. Yep, of course. Yeah, we know who Boeing is. That's right. You said you used to travel. You used to travel off. Since Carnival, I don't travel as much. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it's a big deal. You say you heard we have a stewardess in my BidWiz group. Okay, so this is the thing. You got 2 crashes in a 6-month period of these 737 MAXs, the newer planes. They did not train the pilots on these newer planes, and it was because of price. They didn't want to spend the money that it would cost. Hey, JC. They didn't want to spend the money that it would cost to train pilots on these new planes. Meanwhile, dig this. They have an issue with a sensor on one of the wings that does not communicate properly with the systems in the plane. Right. So they didn't run the sims on it like they should have. There's text messages that have been released, and they're showing where the pilots who I guess were a part of creating everything and testing everything, they told them it was a problem with the sensor. They told them that it was acting up. They let them know, and they literally did not let the pilots that were about to fly these planes know, nor that they trained them properly to fly these planes. You said you'd rather fly Soul plane. Well, at this point, it might be safer. At this point, they might be safer. Now, Tina says they're about to be grounded again. Well, guess what? No, they're not, because your government is looking the other way. Okay, so they're not going to be grounded. Now, the European Union banned them from their airspace for a while, but they allowed them to come back eventually as well. Now, the issue was they didn't train them, and then they got caught with some of their on their black box recordings, making disparaging remarks and racial epithets against pilots that they, had in other countries. Because, a lot of the foreign airlines use Boeing planes as well. And, making rude comments like these people were so dumb they couldn't spell 737. And of course, Boeing's workforce is majority older white males. So, there it is. There it is, and there it was. CC Miller says Boeing stay in trouble and always cutting corners. I think they have the FAA in their pocket, just greedy. Well, of course, the U.S. government and all of their agencies will protect these big companies at the risk of the American public. They don't care, period. They just don't care. And the reason that this is, it's not shocking. And you're right, they do stay in trouble now. But the reason I think it's really strange is that Boeing used to be the opposite. Boeing used to spend the money to make sure they were top of the line. And now that they got, more Wall Street savvy people in charge and looking at the bottom line, they're making sure they protect the money over protecting the people. And that's where it's a problem. Now, let me tell you why it's a problem for black folks. What's one of the airlines black folks love to jump on? Let me see it in the chat. What airlines do you know that black folks love to jump on? Y'all know we'll get on Spirit. But what's the other airline that black folks love to jump on? Y'all tell me in the chat. I'm going to wait right here. Got it. Hail Lady 747. And the first guess is right where it said Southwest. Now, black folks love Southwest. Oh, yeah, we love us some Southwest. But let me tell you why this is real frightening. This is very frightening to me because Southwest has the most 737 Maxes. They bought the most of them. The majority, I want you to think about that. Southwest Airlines bought the majority. They have more 737 Maxes than any other airline, period. So it's an issue when your 737 Max is trying to drop it low. We don't need you to drop it low while you got people in there. That's how they ended up with 2 crashes in 6 months. And what's even more heinous is after they did not train them, they were questioned, they lied, big shock there, and then got caught in it. They claimed that they did train the pilots on the issue with the sensor and on that particular part of the plane that they added to this new model. They didn't. Upon looking at the training manual, it was in the part was listed in the glossary with a definition of what the part was, but nowhere else in the manual did they explain what it did and anything else. Like they were told nothing about it. They blame pilots that they never trained because they were trying to watch out for the money. So that's just what my fellow card player says about what's going on. Oh yeah, she ain't lying. You saying I'm guilty? I'm always on Southwest. Well, see, this is the thing. I don't mind you being guilty. Lel. I don't want you to be convicted. Now you can be guilty, but I'm gonna need the plane not to go down. You say your mom stay trying to pay the low for her luggage. Right. I want y'all to, just be mindful. Latavia says, it seems to be a lot of negligence going on in the world today across the board. Exactly. Because they're trying to spend as little as possible, no matter who's in danger, and keep the most that they can in their pocket. And I don't know why, because ain't nobody charging no cover charge to get into heaven. Ain't no skip line, ain't none of that. You say that's all you had to say, Shanitra. Can you catch me in American Airlines with the clear people? Just hope I don't get dragged off like they do. Right. I hope they don't drag you off. Just don't say nothing to them. That's right. Bible study is this evening. But yeah, just so you can be aware, they didn't train them. The ones that did get some training, I heard it was on an iPad. Now, if you want to read the entire article, now Bloomberg got the whole article. Okay, written by I think his name is Peter Robinson. So y'all might want to swing by Bloomberg and give that a read because that's serious enough that y'all need to pay attention. Y'all know I love to gossip and play, but sometimes it's a matter of you better be doing something more than laughing and cackling and kikiing. You better pay attention to what's going on around you. Now, y'all know I tell a joke with the best of them, but I also pay attention when people doing things that might endanger our life, in my life, my family's, or other Black lives. I got something to say. Alita said, I thought that most of these pilots are retired military pilots with experience. I heard that somewhere. You can be a retired military pilot and have experience. But if there's a new plane and they have parts that you haven't been trained on, and they have issues with these parts, and they're not making you aware of it, and there's actually a black box recording of the pilot when that part went to malfunctioning, calling, asking for help, and you could hear him flipping through the manual for the plane, and the information was simply not there. This is negligence, pure and simple. Hey, Carrie Smith, how you doing? So when you got two planes, see, in my opinion, I feel like that's the most egregious, is that they're not going to be held accountable. That's why I have a problem. And they need to be held accountable. Like, there are people who are gone, and they are potentially endangering other lives unless they are made to get things together. But this is why I'm saying I need y'all to pay attention to what's happening. Let us not be the only. I just don't want us as Black people to be the only people who are not paying attention to what's going on in the world. Like, that's just pitiful. That's pitiful. Jesse says, my pilot just joked about it, saying he just checked and all the parts were there and laughed. Didn't know this was a real issue. I'm just saying. Dana, what you say? You say every time I kick knowledge that happened, if I try to tell the truth, they put me out. That's what you say. That might be what's going on. Y'all think so? Latavia, you saying sound. Y'all can't hear me now either? For real? I mean, I hope y'all can hear me. I thought y'all could hear me. I switched devices all the way out because I saw them trying to cut up. Like, I real live saw it. Okay, y'all can hear me now. I was about to say, now y'all got me confused. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure y'all knew exactly what was going on and what we're up against. Make no mistake about it. We're in danger on a whole lot of levels simply due to lack of information or misinformation. Hey, Grandma Rocks. Protect My Energy says, we can hear you now, but when you start spitting the info, boom, mute. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I wish they wouldn't do that, but you know, I guess that's kind of what it is. At a certain point, Black people got to pay attention to the fact that the world at large is comfortable with us entertaining them. They're comfortable with us telling jokes, singing, dancing, throwing and catching balls, like we some kind of trained animals of court justice. What they do not like, and what they do obviously have a problem with, is us trying to educate ourselves or educate each other. People, they realize that controlling information means that you can control the masses. And then the issue becomes we have our own people that are so accustomed to clear people, their oppressors controlling information, that they won't even listen to information unless it comes from a clear person. That's why I don't mind citing sources. So if we have anybody like that and you rather hear it from a clear person, I tell you, you know, you can go to Bloomberg and a clear person will tell you the same thing. And then maybe that'll validate it, you know, if you one of them people. But I try to tell, you know, I go do the research and bring it because I know a lot of our folks, one, don't have time, and two, sometimes you just may not know where to look, if I got to be fair about it. You know what I'm saying? So, in religious news, oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. Lala says StreamYard is the ops. I believe it. Protect My Energy say Big Brother is watching and it's okay when we cutting up being a little ignorant and kiki. But when you try to share knowledge, Big Brother be like, cough, cough, shut that stream down. Right. Right. And it's like I blame myself because I can't just play around and be ignorant and playful all the time. I can't, because there's real serious issues that have to be addressed at some point. They have to be addressed at some point, and I think it's cool to laugh and joke. Y'all know I love to play around, but we can't play all day. We can't play every day all day. Christian Key says also don't forget your Royal Food Drive this month. Yeah, we got that going on. I got some other things that I'm trying to do. It's a couple of families that I took on here in town that need a little bit more than what we're doing as a group. So that's, you know, that too. But I just want us to be, you know, informed on different things that affect us, because these things affect us. You just heard somebody watching me in your head. Oh yeah, the last thing they want is an educated Negro. That is the last thing they want. I think they made it clear. And unfortunately, a lot of our people oblige them. Unfortunately. And that hurts my feelings. It hurts my heart, actually. But we can't control that. You know, people have to choose on their own. You say, I ain't mad, keep pushing through, change platforms. We're gonna get to you and get that information, Nitra. You give us the map and like XXL. Okay. I mean, I'm just trying. That's right. Knowledge is power. Now, more information. And the only reason I'm putting this one out, because I'm not Catholic. You know, I don't even have no friends that's Catholic right now. I had one friend that was Catholic and then she ended up changing. But I don't have any Catholic friends at the moment. I don't know if you do, but this is concerning the Catholic Church. That's why I said in religious news. So I got to go on and put it out there. That's right, CC. That's what we were told to do. Said, how are we looking? We don't discuss that stuff in the open chat. And I wish people, you know, listen, JC, I just told you about that. Our personal business, let's discuss that in family meetings. Because we talking about StreamYard as the ops. We got real ops, real live walking around ops. So let's discuss our family business and family meetings. Please also be aware, I am not the only person that can call a family meeting. Now that part of the bylaws has already been written and adopted. Y'all know you voted on it. So anytime y'all want to call a meeting, feel free to call a meeting. We will set it up and we will adhere to it. Y'all's voices are just as big as mine. And y'all know I am no respecter of persons. Say, Nitra, you mark the destination and suggest we may want to navigate our way there. Appreciate you. No problem. No problem. I don't mind doing it. I like giving out information because it's necessary. On to the Catholic Church, though. So we got a little trouble over there with the Catholics. I'm not going to give my personal opinion on them because that is not, that has nothing to do with the story. This is just what's going on. This is just what's going on. So I have no personal opinion that I'm going to insert here just to let you know what's happening. Now, there's a Catholic cardinal, one of the cardinals. He was one of the right-hand men to the Pope himself, Cardinal Giovanni Baccio. And apparently, Cardinal Baccio has been stripped of some of his authority and titles so that he could stand trial. I'm assuming it's trial with the church. Okay. Um, Now there's been some issues in reading this particular article. I did not understand that the Catholic Church was investing in so many secular ventures, should I say, openly. Grandma Rocks, if you buffering, you might have to go out and come back in. But they've been openly doing some investing. Now I was not aware. CC Miller, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Says hubby has been listening to some of your chats and he asked if you had a PhD. I do not. I have a lowly bachelor's. A lowly bachelor's. I wish. I wish. Maybe one day. I'm not dead. You know what? There's life, there's hope. If I can get these children out of school, get Geneva out of med school, and get daddy to retire, then maybe I can go back and I can become a PhD. But not yet. Not yet. Um, so they've been investing in Men in Black. They invested in Men in Black. They invested in some Elton John movie called Strange Things. And apparently they've been investing in real estate. Scary, right? All right, Dana, have a great day. So they invested in these things, which you wouldn't expect the church to be invested in those things. I wouldn't. I find it a little shocking. I do. I find it actually very shocking. But in the real estate, maybe not so much. Now, apparently, they invested in a building in London. Now, what they was gonna do with the building, I don't know. But they invested in a building in London, very expensive building. Now, apparently, it was an investment through a company, through another company, through another company. So there's a labyrinth of company, a maze of companies that fronted the church for this investment. Now, the problem is the building was acquired for around, I think they said 120 million, and that the Catholic Church paid double that, around somewhere in the neighborhood of between 230 and 240 million for this building. Now the problem is they lost $100 million on that investment, and so now tongues are wagging because the money that they're collecting, they say they collect once a year. Maybe that's where we messing up, at the Baptist and the Holiness Church, because we up here taking up collections every Sunday. These people is taking up once a year, and this is money they take up that they claim is gonna go to the poor. See, this is why the poor people are still struggling. Okay, and the money they take up that they say is supposed to go to the poor, they're investing in movies and real estate. How on earth does that help the poor folk? I don't know. None of my business. Shut up, Shanitra. But anyway, so now Cardinal Giovanni Baccio is on trial, and the Pope is the one saying, "Oh, we got to get to the bottom of it." So I think that is very interesting. I would say definitely keep your eyes open for that. I think that's a story worth following. If anybody's Catholic, I would want to be following it. If I was Catholic, I would definitely pay attention. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh yeah, we can get you some notes. Protect my energy if you had to work or something. Say Nitra, like, no, not a PhD, just got a PD of fields and a wealth of experience. You're so crazy. I love it. Lala says something in the holy water not clean. What's going on over there? Yeah, something's funny. Something is funny. Yeah, there is a building fund. That's a heck of a building fund. I don't think no Baptist church in history ever had $240 million to buy nothing with. We still sitting up having mortgage burning services. We be happy when we can pay off a mortgage on one sanctuary. Oh yeah. If you email me, I'll get you the notes. Say, what do we expect from the pedo priest gang though? I thought you were going to say they invested in porn. No. I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say too much on them people because you know what? I almost said something I don't mean to say. I said I was gonna keep my opinions to myself about these folks because that don't have nothing to do with the story. I'm just tell the story and keep my opinions to myself. Okay. Also in the news, the officer that killed Atiana Jefferson 2 years ago. Y'all remember Atiana Jefferson? Pretty black lady that killed that woman 2 years ago. It's supposed to be a welfare check. They went a call about an open door. They went to her home and shot that lady in her own home, shot through the window, killed that woman, never announced herself or nothing. This was over in Fort Worth, Texas. An officer named Aaron Dean. Well, he just found out that he ain't gonna be able to go home and eat a steak. Hey, Sharon Stanley. They said that he will be going to trial officially on January the 10th. The trial had initially been set for November, but they pushed it to to January the 10th. So he will indeed stand trial. He will stand trial for the killing of Atiana Jefferson. That was very sad. That was 2 years ago, and everybody been real quiet. I just find it real funny that anytime black women are involved, that there's a hush that's palpable. Like you can reach out and touch the quiet. It's so thick. Katie Woke Thoughts, how you doing? Say, I said the Catholic Church is paganism disguised as Christianity. Whew, now I can exhale. Thank you, KD Woke Thoughts. You knew what I wanted to say, and you said it for me because I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be that girl, right? All right. Love it. Hey, Easy Breezy, you made it. All right. So did he's going to trial. I think he thought he might get away with it. But with the current climate of things, there was really no way for him to get away with it. There was no way to get away with it. In other news, the Staples Center, just so y'all know, the Staples Center will be renamed the Crypto.com Arena. Yes, y'all, after all this time, the Staples Center ain't going to be the Staples Center. Now, they've been the Staples Center since 1999 and are often coined as the house that Kobe built. How he the only one built it, I don't know, but they will no longer be the Staples Center. And on Christmas Day, the logo will be going up, and they're saying that the rest of the signs will be replaced no later than June of 2022. Now, this is, like I said, they've been a Staples Center since 1999. The name is now changing. There's a 20-year deal with Crypto.com. This is a $700 million naming rights deal. Can y'all imagine? So they will have that name for at least 20 years, and I guess we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, the name is happening. Carol Gallagher said, leave them alone, not our business right now. Hope you good. I'm good, but I'm still going to tell what they did. I ain't messing with them. I ain't studying them, but I'm going to tell what they did because, unfortunately, there are still some black people. I won't say unfortunately. Let me not say that about nobody's religion. There are some black people who are still Catholic. So then that makes it my business, and I got to tell what's going on. But I ain't going to run behind them. Say, you heard that about the Staples Center. That's demonic. Changing the name is demonic? I don't understand what you mean. Help me out. You're going to have to put something else in the chat. Alita said, my investor called me this morning to give me that info. I bought more coins this morning. There's a huge value in crypto. Buy if you can, family. She's telling you the truth. Oh, yeah. Crypto got the coin. If you could spend $700 million for naming rights, you absolutely have the coins. You absolute amount. You have the coins. Okay. Now, in lighter updates, Will Smith, let me say this. Will Smith actually did something really nice, and I don't want to not point it out. Oh, you asking how I'm doing? Oh, I'm okay. I'm good, Kara. I thought you thought I was going after them Catholic people. I ain't going after them people. But I'm doing okay. I got more energy than yesterday. You bought some more coins yesterday? Okay. Yeah, I got more energy than yesterday, Kara, but I'm still trying to bounce back, still trying to rebound and replenish my energy. Protect my energy, says Nitra. First thing I thought about was Kobe when I read that. But then again, they changed the names of bridges, tunnels, and anything because money talks. Right. And $700 million is loud as hell. And we're not going to pretend like that. Say, Alita, we need to have this discussion. I'm leery of crypto because of all the fraud. So just buy established coins. That's all. If you see an altcoin and you're not familiar with that coin, don't buy that coin. Buy the coins you know. Like there's so many. And you can always research a coin, even if it is an altcoin. You can always do that. Let's see. Say the dance party shifted the atmosphere. It was much needed. I think so. I think so. I think it did a lot. Yeah, I think it went a long way. But let's talk about Will Smith. Cause see now we laugh and joke and kiki every time him and Jada do something silly for attention. At this point, I don't know if they doing stuff for attention or if they really weird like that. But if we gonna laugh and clown when they do something silly, we gotta make it. I feel like we have to make the equal amount of noise when they actually get something right. Okay. Now Will Smith, y'all know he starred in the movie King Richard, about Venus and Serena's dad, Mr. Richard Williams. Not sure I'll be watching the movie just because I don't really want to see him play Mr. Richard. I feel like I have so much respect for that old man, and I don't know if I want to see Will Smith play him. However, Will Smith did the right thing. I think it's 700 million is loud as hell. You know that's right. You say, now what did Will do? Will did a wonderful thing. Will decided that he would speak up against the pay equity issue with the film, and he gave bonuses to not just the cast, but the cast and the crew. And I thought that was awesome, and I feel like it sets a precedent. And let me say this: whenever you have somebody that's in a position to help people and they actually do what they're supposed to do with their resources, I feel like it shines a light on people who are in a equal or within proximity to being equal to that person's position and they don't do the same thing. I think it speaks volumes to the fact that the light bulb apparently came on in his head and said, you know what? I'm making millions of dollars, millions and millions. These people are not being paid equally. And I might not be able to make it equal, but let me do what I can do. And I feel like that's awesome. And I feel like we should not be quiet about that. And I feel like the media is definitely not going to make a lot of noise about it because of the fact that, it's a good thing. That's why we have One Stranger, One Smile Thursday, because we need to make acts of kindness and doing the right thing go viral. We need people to start a trend of doing the right thing. If he can do that as a leading actor, I feel like other leading actors can do the same thing. Hey D Marie. Yeah, good job, Will. Yeah, they'll spread bad news like wildfire. Good news, it drips plugged up fast if they don't want it heard. And I feel like the reason it's hushed up is because if you start shining lights on people who make tangible philanthropic efforts, then it draws attention to other people. Like, so you made the same kind of money. Why didn't you look out for the people? You know what I mean? Some people have a conscience, and I think Will is letting us know he does have a conscience. Shout out to Will Smith. That was decent. That was real. That was beyond decent. Beyond decent. Also in some other real quick news, y'all, Tamar Braxton got robbed. I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but Tamar said somebody done broke into her house, y'all, and she said that they went through her drawers, flipped her bed. I hope she meant the drawers in her chest, like her chest of drawers. I hope they weren't playing with her actual drawers. But she said they went through her drawers, flipped her bed upside down, broke a mirror, and then only stole the safe. Very, very interesting. I didn't know why they would have stole the safe. To me, that almost feel like that's somebody that know her that did that. I don't think that was no legit robbery or whatever. But y'all pray for Tamar. Hey, Alicia, and thank you for holding us down in Twitch land. I don't know if that was a legit robbery, but for sure, they broke in her house and they stole that safe. And she was mentioning like all the things that was there. Like they didn't take nothing. They didn't take jewelry. They didn't take Birkins. They didn't take the baby got video game systems. They didn't take none of that. They only took that safe. I think it's clear it got to be somebody that know her. Gotta be. Niecy Rose say, "What's going on with all these celebrities getting robbed lately? It's gonna get worse, to be honest with you, and then it's gonna be real robberies." She said it was someone she know. Well, that's what she assumes, and I do too. Definitely. A lady say, "What good does it do to be that wealthy if you can't secure and behind several gates? Even if you got several gates, it still ain't safe. All them gates do is give you the feeling of security. It's always a way. It's always a way. That's why, we were told to store up our treasures in heaven, but I'm going to shut up on that. Now, I ain't supposed to be talking about that right now. Protect my energy, she said it's someone she knows. Well, she strongly implied, but I love how she put that on God and let him know God gonna get you. Right. That's right. Say now if only Will could tell his wife to close her mouth, she'd be talking way too much about their business. Well, whether she ever shut up or not, it ain't gonna change that he did the right thing and that people benefited from his kindness. And that he set a very, very good example, regardless of whether she talked too much. I know a lot of men got wives that can't shut up. A lot of them. She ain't the only one can't shut her mouth. Say you read it was her ex David allegedly. I mean, could have been him, could have been anybody. But it definitely looks like somebody that knew her. They were looking for something in particular. Say every time you say you aren't supposed to be talking about something, I want to hear more. Well, pretend I didn't say it then. Pretend I ain't say it because I ain't supposed to be mentioning that. Not right now. I'm just saying. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying. So again, y'all send up some prayers for Tamar. I feel bad for her. That shouldn't have happened. Whether it was that man David or somebody else, that was terrible. Um, on a lighter note, it looks like Michael B. Jordan is posting that they celebrating him and Lori Harvey is celebrating their anniversary. Their dating anniversary or what have you. Honey, he was posting pictures and a tasting menu. So it looked like he planning a whole outing or event for her. So I think that's real cute too. That's nice. Um, I wonder what the people gonna say. The people that kept saying in the beginning, it was for publicity. It was for publicity. Well, it's been a whole year, and I just feel like it's a whole lot for some publicity if it's been a whole year. Okay, you say it's been a while since we heard from Tamar. Yep, and I hate that we had to hear from her under those circumstances, but that's what she said is going on. So we got to just go ahead and put it out there that she need prayer because somebody breaking in her house. You think they getting married? They might be all gonna get married. They might be. But yeah, they still dating and it's been a year. Even though I'm no Michael B. Jordan fan, I do like that he took time to make a little nice post and it was cute that he posted the chef's tasting menu for their little, evening out or evening in or however they gonna do it. That was cute. So I gave it an honorable mention. And then it looks like either Faith lied about her and Stevie being together, or they fronting, or maybe they just crazy. Now there was a video on Tasha K's Instagram. I didn't go over there to see. I just got the report. I just got the report. Okay. You say you love Tamar's voice. She does have a nice voice. She really does. And you think Lori and Michael be into each other. I thought so from the beginning, to be honest with you. I didn't understand why people needed it to be publicity. I feel like people wanted to believe it's got to be for publicity. There's no way that a black man has access to white women or has demonstrated an attraction to them and would actually talk to a girl that ain't white. I don't know why people, freak out at the thought of that. It's the same way they freaked out by Russell Wilson marrying Sierra. They just freak out. It's like, oh well, she's, I guess maybe Lori feels too black to them or something. I don't know. To me, it wasn't a stretch. Lori still had somewhat of a racially ambiguous look. It made sense that they would be a couple, but a lot of people were screaming publicity. But now it don't look like that so much. I just say let them people be happy. Say I might be alone on this one, but I'm happy for Lori. I am too. I don't feel like Lori did anything to anybody. The only thing she didn't do was allow some man to make her a statistic, so she could be like Danny Ho and crying about being thrown out at 3 in the morning, or a man trying to throw you out at 3 in the morning. Protect my energy. Say, woo, that video was triggering. By the second time he called her a B word, my PTSD kicked in. Right. I heard that it was pretty graphic, lots of cursing and stuff. So I definitely will not be playing it here. And she was telling him she hated him. He was accusing her of sleeping with somebody in their house and blah blah blah. Like clearly the divorce is still on the table. Still on the table. Yeah, she's in a bad situation because this man is out to take money from her. And y'all know how I feel about men who ask women for money. I got a thing about that. That bothers my soul. Like down to the bone marrow. I just can't have stand it. And he's up here plotting on this girl to get a couple of quarters. And somehow to me, that's just not okay. To me, I'm just saying. Um, they say that Drake and Kanye made up. I don't know why that's news. Who cares? Um, oh, this is funny. This is a piece of funny news. How about y'all remember that man that was at the Privolution that had his face painted and had buffalo horns on his head? Y'all remember the man from the Privolution? The one they was calling the QAnon shaman? Well, his real name is Jacob Chansley, and he got 41 months in the federal prison. Ain't that something? Now they say that's one of the harshest sentences. That's almost 4 years, 3 years and a little change. Yeah, you say pimping a women is disgusting. It is. It is. I just don't care for it. But yeah, he's been sentenced to 41 months. So I wonder is he gonna paint his face in the prison? I don't know. Oh, Jacob Chansley. You say congrats, Jacob. Yeah, shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. Wait, how they do in the hood? Free the homie Jacob? Yeah, free Jacob. Lel say the fact that Kanye should shave his eyebrows is more interesting than the Drake beef. Right. Very strange hell. Very strange fella. He got 41 months. 41. So he got 7 months short of 4 years. That would make it 3 years and 5 months, y'all. Yeah, they was calling him the shaman because he put a buffalo on his head. Maureen Mercer say yay for the sentence. Say, Lord, Nacho Twins mama say no, but the other prisoners gonna paint their face pretty. They might. Or they might want him all natural. You just don't never know. You just never know. And keep your eye out. Pfizer is trying to make another money grab. They begging for the FDA to give them emergency approval for the carnival pill. So, eyes open for that one. But yeah, the video went out. But let's talk about Stevie and Faith a little bit real quick. I want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this because I see an issue here. And y'all know when I see an issue, I got to point it out. I don't know how to pretend like I didn't see it. No, I did not see what Portia said about R. Kelly. What did she say? Say, are Stevie and Faith trying to be the new Bobby and Whitney because wrong road. Right. We don't need another Bobby and Whitney. The first Bobby and Whitney were sufficient. Toffee Mocha said, now let's see how many of those months will he serve. Oh no, that's the Fed, baby. That ain't no state prison. Oh no, ma'am. Unless he finna snitch on Trump. He finna do that time. Now, if he got somebody he can give up that they really want, then now if he go home in 6 months and then all of a sudden Trump go to jail, then you know what happened. He put his name on that man court papers. Now that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let me stop being ignorant. But I'm telling the truth though. He gonna have to snitch on somebody to get out from up under that 41 months. And by the looks of that clear gentleman, I don't believe he prison ready. He might give up something. If he knows something, he might give it up. I don't think he ready. So apparently when Portia was 25 trying to pursue music, she found herself in Mr. Kelly's bedroom with him telling her to get naked. I believe her. Portia was a cute little girl. So I definitely believe that he tried to tell that girl to get up out of her clothes. You can't be shocked. Yeah. Yeah, he gonna do that time. Unless he got some dirt. Now, or if he gets somebody to go out there and get some dirt in exchange, because you know people can snitch for you when you're in the federal pen. They can. They can snitch for you. Like if your girlfriend, sister, mama, cousin got dirt on somebody that they really want, they'll take that information and file some paperwork to get some of your time off. Like I know some guys who literally had their baby's mothers out there getting information on other dope dealers to get time off their sentence. That's all I'm saying. So if he want to give up Trump or Pence or whoever else might have been in it, then they might be able to take a little time. Might be able to take a little time off. But I want to talk about this clip of Stevie J and Faith. Now I only heard about it last night late. I didn't hear about this from over the weekend. The only thing we talking about is the dummy putting Danny Holt at his house and calling the law. Why is it? And mind you, he wasn't sitting there cussing her out. He just said, I don't go with you, get out my house. Everybody done drugged that boy from here to yonder for saying, I don't go with you, get out my house. Let's really look at it. Let's call a thing a thing. That same young man punched a black woman, and there were crickets. There were crickets. Nobody had much to say. There were no cries to, ooh, cancel him. He told a white woman, I don't go with you and get out my house. The Raccoon Brigade joined up with everybody that's clear and clear Jason and started screaming for this boy to be ran up a pole, tarred and feathered, skinned and rolled in salt. They done called him every name but a child of God because a clear woman cried. See, this is why I have a problem. And people wonder why I point out issues like colorism in our community because it affects us. If it did not affect us, I would not care. If it was just a matter of people thinking that something looked better than something else, it would be okay. But the fact that it affects the way we react as a community to our own people and especially to our own Black women, I have a problem with. Here's Stephen Jordan, Stevie J, a whole scumbag. He's somebody we knew we knew he was a scumbag from the first time we laid eyes on his rat looking behind. Nobody couldn't convince me that he was not Chuck E. Cheese's first cousin on account of how he looked. Scumbag, philanderer, womanizer, dumpster juice, rancid afterbirth that he is. Stevie J. This came out over the weekend, so I'm hearing, where he cussing this woman, calling her a B. And again, crickets. And when you hear people talking now, it's to castigate Faith. It's not to point out that Stevie's trash. It's to castigate Faith. Oh, she would cheat in it. Oh, look at Faith. That what Faith get, said the Raccoon Brigade. Why were there no screams and yells of let's cancel him? How he gonna talk to her like that? He didn't have to do her like that. Why he had to put the video out? He trying to humiliate her. That's what I heard from the Raccoon Brigade when it was this white woman and her weaponized clear tears. And people have the audacity to be shocked. Shocked when a sister such as myself can't find one iota of sympathy for that clear heifer that thought that she could put on Black culture like a costume, call her white behind a yellow bone, insult Black women, and then the same Black women join up with the Raccoon Brigade to say, oh, we got to do something because him punching a black woman in the face was not enough. Oh, that's okay. That's acceptable. We'll overlook it. But you done made Missy Ann cry. And that there is Massa's daughter. This is the bull crap I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That's what's sickening. Cassie said he killed someone. Yes, he did. Punched women. Talked about the gay child. I don't care nothing about him talking about no gay community. He's a whole mess and the world knew it. She broke her back to be with him and she got what she wanted. Facts. Facts. Because I didn't care nothing about that gay community bullcrap either. And I'm going to tell you why I said it. And I said it back then. When he can victimize black women and the world is silent, do not expect black women to put on capes and go flying to the front like we just joined the Avengers. Nobody protects us, but we supposed to go grab our capes out the dryer and tie them on and tie up our hair like Aunt Jemima and go running to the front lines. We got to protect the gay people, protect the clear people, protect everybody, protect Biden with his creepy, sleepy behind. And in the end, nobody protects black women. Everybody uses us for our voice and our strength, and then hangs us out to dry. And then when I make comments and arguments for the fact that colorism is going to be the death of us, you got people, well, what's the problem? This is the problem. That a black woman got cussed out, called a B, in this disturbing altercation that was recorded to humiliate a black woman. And the only comments I'm seeing is more insults for the black woman. While people jumping up and down, screeching like primates because a clear woman, an unwashed clear woman, started crying. Miss me with it. This is what pisses me off. Carol Gallagher, thank you so much for joining the Royal family. Y'all give her a Royal family welcome. Please, please, please welcome her. Carol, you are so welcome. I'm sorry you came on the day when I was fussing about these people. But we need to call it out. This is what's wrong with us. You say crackhead on crackhead crime, not my business. Right. But for the fact that the same people who are ignoring crackhead on crackhead crime, I'm going to need you to ignore a dummy on whole crime. Because that wasn't even a crime. Somebody telling you they don't want you and get out my house. Are you serious? He didn't have to do that. I can't even tell you how shook up I was to see black women cooning like that. That bothered my spirit. How dare you? Why would you do that to yourself? You're insulting yourself at this point. At a certain point, you're not a victim, you're a volunteer. Cassie G said he was baiting her. He wanted Faith to go off and hit him. Now I question Faith's arrest. Did he do the same thing then? I'm pretty sure he did. We all saw firsthand that Stephen Jordan can be very antagonistic and childish. But when it's a black woman, there is no benefit of the doubt. You are guilty before anybody even hears the facts. Always will uphold a black man over you, even when he's clearly wrong, because you got so many of them that worship black males. It's good to love our brothers. We're supposed to. They're a part of us. But the worship needs to stop. And the only time that they fail or falter in their black male worship is when it's time to uplift a clear person. JC say, I'm going to need the same energy when black women are disrespected. Shaking my head at Ari Lennox. Yeah, I'm sick of them. Nisa, you say the double standard is triggering. It is. And the only people who aren't triggered are people who got their eyes glued shut and they don't want to see what's happening. Hey, come again. A lady 747 say one creator from Charlotte what a baby is, say the baby is doing exactly how Charlotte dudes get down, a different breed. Yeah, that's the South period is as it has been my experience, which is why you hear me openly say, as much as I love Florida, I rep Florida, I love my home. I would never date a man from Florida. You can have every last one of them because you're going to get some of that right there. I don't care how educated they are. You know, you run the risk of getting you a little bit of that. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Protect my energy. Say any abuse is unacceptable in every form. I felt bad for Danny Lee for being torn down like that. How was she torn down? He told her he didn't want her to get out. Looking at the current situation, empathy doesn't erase her ignorance. Two wrongs don't make a right. It's not just her ignorance, it's her privilege. Somebody telling you they don't want you and get out of the house is not being torn down. She felt torn down because he openly denounced her in public. That's why she felt torn down. And I have no sympathy for her. Not to mention the fact there was a physical altercation, and Danny Ho is facing charges for putting her hands on him. He did not abuse her; she abused him. The only thing she got from him was "Get out my house. I don't go with you, and I ain't never went with you." That's not abuse. That's comeuppance. A lady 747 says, "Shanitra, I'm used to the mammy behavior. It's sickening. I'm used to it too, but I still don't like it, and I can't hardly stand it." Hey, Miss Believe. I can't hardly stand it. I don't have the patience for it. Like, good Lord. At this point, they openly mammying. You're openly mammying at this point. I'm done. Like, it's annoying. And stop it. Just stop it. Something this terrible, openly aggressive is going on toward a black woman. And there are crickets other than to make fun of her. And nobody sees anything wrong with this. Now, in my humble opinion, that's where the people just lost me. That's where they lost me. The least you say, I never date men in Florida too. Yeah, no, that's not a good move. Yvette says she should have left with her baby before he began filming and called the police. The man began filming because, according to him and witnesses, she was hitting him and chasing him through the penthouse. He should have started filming. Because then the next thing would have been, oh, he hit me, and everybody would have sure enough believed it. Because everybody believed her lies, even when she was telling two different stories at the same time. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And in a little more funny news, hold on, before I go further, let me get these comments. Katie Wokes out say, Dan Shanitra, what's wrong with us Florida brothers? LOL. Listen, if you from Florida, you don't even have to ask that question. You know how y'all behave down there. And I'm not saying you in particular, but ain't nobody finna pick through all of that to find one decent man. I wish I would. I wish I would. Born and raised, and my dad is a Florida boy. But I know for a fact that it's very common and acceptable for them to put their hands on women, disrespect women, and they will sleep with anything as long as it's a female if it stands still too long. And ain't nobody got time for that. Kara said I had a problem with her using the N-word. I had a huge problem with her using it. When you could have got out that man's house and went on about your business. How many black women have left and took their children and went on about their business? Get your little child support check and move on. Yvette say, yes, and she was probably behaving worse before the camera got. Oh, I definitely believe she was showing up behind before that camera got on. I think that camera came on and she piped down because she knew it was going out live and started crying like the rest of them Karens do. Yes, Vita, I ate. Thank you for checking. Katie woke thoughts laughing. I know you laughing because you know I ain't lying. Okay. I am from Ocala. I seen it firsthand. I know all the ropes. I'm good. Mm-mm.
Protect My Energy said, I definitely understand why he filmed and filmed live. He wants to make sure she don't say this ninja hit me. What he did was hurtful, immoral, and effed up, but not illegal. How is it hurtful to protect yourself? You just said he filmed because he want to make sure she can't lie on it. But now it's hurtful and immoral. How is it immoral to protect yourself against a clear person? Child, please. Ain't nothing effed up by protecting yourself. Mm-mm. Nah, Dad. Nope. Delicia say clear women always want to be the victim. Yeah. You hitting somebody, running around, chasing them and stuff, trying to make an altercation so you can lie. Ain't nobody is entitled to protect her. If clear women want protection, you better run with your crew. Don't come over here thinking nobody is entitled to protect you. Nobody owes that to you. Christian Key says she ain't black. That's why she don't understand why he acting like that. Right. She was expecting a whitewashed Negro, and she got somebody that was all the way ignorant and Negro, but he had sense enough to protect himself because she was gonna lie. Hell, she went the line right there and couldn't even get the lie straight. Say she stayed past the bag security. Right, I told you she was trying to get the whole bag come again up there doing witchcraft and all, and I definitely ain't got no sympathy for nobody up here being witchy fool. Learning to love myself did say, didn't he leave the previous baby mama? Where was the outrage then? Right. Say it again. Oh my God. Say it for the people in the back. There was no outrage when he left. It's two other baby mamas, both of them black. There wasn't no outrage. Everybody was all right. White lady get left, start crying. Everybody, oh, that's so bad. It's so terrible. How he just do that to somebody? Just shoot me. Say when they get mad, the racism comes out and black people become N-words. Right. And she said it with a hard R too. Yeah, she knew who he was. She just felt comfortable because she had done paid somebody to shake a chicken foot. That's all. JC says she thought that because she was in his video, that equated to being practically engaged. Yeah, big dummy. Taffy Mocha said he let her know loud and clear what she meant to him. Nothing. Right. And that was her decision to remain. These mammoths think they need to protect everybody except other black women. Right. Right. And that is the problem. That is where they lose me at. That's where they lose me. Child, learning to love myself is lit this morning, this afternoon. Yes, Danny is slowness, according to Sister Vicky Dillard. Slowness. I love when she says slowness. I be about to fall out. Toffee Mocha said her time was up. He hit brakes and it was time to bounce. Right. She was banking on the extra sympathy from the masses. She can miss me with all that nonsense, and me too. While she missing you, tell her to miss me at the same darn time. Because I don't feel nothing for her. Nothing. You are anti-black. You are problematic. You were literally blackfishing. You jumped in and tried to put on our entire existence like a costume while insulting other black women. And you had the audacity to be witchy poo at the same time and got caught. I'm still stuck because she got caught being a witch. Not only was you a witch, you got caught doing it. Yes, it is hilarious when Vicky says slowness. Lord, she said he gave her 3 months with pay like an employer gives maternity leave. Right. And according to him, she was only in that penthouse for a week. And I believe the assistant in him. Because her story had too many holes in it. You say full swerve. Everybody keeps telling me about this Netflix movie Passing. I'm still deciding whether I want to see it. As a woman, I don't know how she was disrespected. She was told to get out. I mean, like I feel you, I guess, but I don't see it. Somebody telling you to get out ain't disrespect. Get your bag and go. He definitely disrespectful, and he's disrespected lots of black women. And I'm gonna need some outrage for that. That's what I'm gonna need some outrage for. I'm not outraged because a white lady was told to get out. Sorry, not sorry. he said, Shawty gotta go. Right. And she's still gonna get her child support like the other baby mamas. The reason she was crushed is because she thought she was going to be elevated above those other baby mamas. And the elevation didn't happen. You say you saw the movie Passing and you were highly annoyed. You see, that's why I didn't watch it. That's why I didn't watch it, Alita, because I felt like I was going to be annoyed. I thought it was going to upset me, so I didn't watch it. A lady 747 says she was disrespected, but she's got several communities on her team. She don't need us too. She sure don't. Let them, fight for her disrespect. I don't understand. Like, to me, I just feel like when somebody asks you to leave their premises, you just go. If you hang around after somebody done told you to get out their house, if they say something mean to you, they just said something mean to you. I don't really, just personally, I just can't care. I'm sorry. Christians say he could do a whole lot worse. He didn't call her out her name or put his hands on her. It's not disrespectful because a man don't want you no more. Hello. Right. He don't have to want her. People are allowed to reject clear people. There's no law that says you have to, if they want you, you have to want them back. You don't. And apparently he didn't. Now, what's amusing is that she did say Yellowbone is what he wants. And he did want her out of his house. However, I just feel like that's not our business. And I don't like how quiet. Say the baby was smashing poltergeist. Yeah, she's a loud, angry ghost. Say, I agree, she should have just left. But that assistant though, yeah, that lady, she was doing her job. She was earning her checks. That she worked there. That's her job to do just what she did. And you know what else, sis? If she had left, none of that couldn't have happened to her. The lady wouldn't have been in her face telling her, now he's a good dad now. Now he's a good dad. I don't know whether he is or ain't. All I know is she had a right to her opinion about it. But if you'd have been in your own house, you could have said what you wanted to say and nobody wouldn't have been telling you nothing. So the baby did the Sandman Sims and went to sweeping. You silly. From the Apollo. A vet saying she was lying about living there. He's been disrespectful. And she stuck around and made a song because she thought it was funny when it was happening to Mimi. Right. So why we not laughing now that it's her turn? I'm just confused. A lady 747 say we can reject clear people. They aren't entitled to our bodies, money, or anything else. And that is the issue here. Katie Woke Thought says, I didn't watch the movie, but saw the trailer. The person they chose for the movie couldn't even pass in real life. Ooh, see there? That's why I didn't watch it, Katie Woke Thought. Something told me, don't go looking at that. All right, leader, have a great day. Have a good meeting. Tafi Mocha said he put her on blast in front of the world and didn't lay hands on her. Right. That's what I'm saying. Mouth is mouth. She got a mouth too. Now it ain't nobody's fault that she couldn't get her lies straight. Now if she had practiced her lies like a good little liar, then she could have went head to head, word for word. Now if she didn't practice her lies and get them straight before she got on the camera. I know he didn't give her no warning before he went on camera, but she should have had them lies ready. Should have had them ready. Cassie G, if someone tells you to get out and you don't move, they can call someone to get you out. I know that's right, especially if you're around there trying to hit people and you gonna start pretending that they did something to you. Oh, definitely I'm calling the people and I'm getting cameras. I'm doing all that. All that. Because if you don't, people will lie on you. And unfortunately, when you're black, there are people who want to believe the worst about you. So you better protect yourself. And then with him having the track record he has of actually assaulting a black woman, that was gonna come up in court. Well, see, we got proof here where he punched this lady in the face, and they was gonna use that as good evidence that, oh, see, he hit her too. I believe he did it because he punched that lady in the face. The black woman's situation was gonna be used as evidence, even though nobody cared when she got punched in the face. JC say, Black women, this ain't our fight. Eat your greens, make your paper, read your Bible, and deep condition your hair. Anything but care about Miss Yellowbone is what he wants. Thank you. Say, is it true she has PTSD and he was making fun of that? I didn't see him making fun of no PTSD. And again, he asked her to leave his house. And she sat there talking about no. And if the only thing a person does after you're trespassing at that point is to make fun of you, you're good. You're good. But no, I didn't see him make fun of no PTSD. I saw him say, like, I want to take care of my kid. I like to take care of my children. I don't want nothing to do with her. We don't go together. We ain't never went together. Get out. That's what I saw. And and he also said when trying to trap a nigga goes wrong. He did say that. Now I don't know if that was if she considered that making fun of her. Maybe he was making fun of her failed attempt at witchcraft. I don't know. Protect my energy, say, not put me out at 3 a.m. with my 3-month-old baby, though. But then again, he could have been telling her all darn day. And at 3 a.m., it piped up. I don't know. But what I saw, he was being a butthole. Yeah. Every time I've ever seen him, he was a butthole. And she seemed to have been okay with that. Protect my energy, say, okay, JC, I'm going to eat my greens. Yeah, let's eat our greens. Like she said, decondition our hair, make our money, read our Bibles, and mind our business. Mm-mm. That's right, in that order. Say, let's just be prepared. Clear Witch isn't finished with her Karen type antics. Oh no. Mm-mm. When she finished, everybody gonna be attacking her. She gonna be just like Miss Millie in Color Purple. She gonna be out there. All those boys were attacking me. That's what's coming next. That's what's coming next. And I'm not impressed. I'm not moved. Not moved at all. But y'all, in other clear shenanigans, there's a Georgia DA pleading guilty after bribing and influencing witnesses. Baby, they locking people up by paying the witnesses. Hey, Queena, you at the plantation but wanted to stop by. I love it. That's right. He's consistent. He's always a butthole. It's just okay when he's a butthole to Black women. Just don't do it to Miss Ann them. Don't do that. But yes, Georgia DA pleads guilty to bribing and influencing witnesses, honey. They said he was in Chattahoochee Judicial Circuit. Mark Jones has agreed to resign. Why would they give him the opportunity to resign? He's a criminal. He's being charged. He done pled guilty. They still gave him the opportunity to resign rather than firing him from his position after it was found that he performed illegal practices during his time as the district attorney. Yeah, but now who's gonna go back and retry all them cases? Or are they gonna let these people out of jail once they see that he done paid witnesses? Mm-mm-mm. So he's been ordered to pay a fine. Get this, y'all. Y'all ready? $1,000 fine. $1,000 and 1 year in prison. 4 years on probation for paying witnesses. Now, those people that he convicted while committing these illegal acts, they didn't get 1 year in jail. They didn't get $1,000 fine. Hmm. Too much. You say you felt bad when she was feeding the baby and they was arguing. She went in there and fed the baby because she wanted to be seen on camera pulling a Ashley Darby. That was for sympathy. That's exactly what it was designed to do, make you feel bad. Yeah, they letting him resign so he can get his pension, I believe. After doing something like, can you imagine? Mm, disgusting. And United Airlines, while they are not the company that has the most Boeing 737 Maxes, they say they bringing liquor back on the planes. They say the people want the liquor back. So if you fly United, you can get you a drink now. They had stopped the liquor since June 1st, but they say starting Monday the liquor come back. So those of y'all who like to drink on the flights, congratulations. You can get you a stiff one. That's right. You're right, Carol. It's just not right though. You know what I'm saying? It's just not right. Until you would say civil suits clean him out. Civil suits is not gonna get them people their years back. Anybody who went to prison as a result of his actions are not going to get their time back. And the time that they're giving him is not even close to, enough to cover for the harm he's done. Like that's just disgusting. Yeah, she did tell that baby to shut the F up. But we supposed to feel bad because you can breastfeed. Again, cows lactate. I'm not impressed. I'm a mother. Making milk ain't that deep. You say you love the way I say liquor. Well, the liquor is back. You heard about the liquor? Yeah, the liquor's back. The liquor is back. Hey, Lord the Curve say the double standard for the murdering, conniving, thieving crimes of white people compared to the treatment of black folks in their courts is maddening. Absolutely. You recommend Alaska and JetBlue. I love JetBlue personally. However, JetBlue doesn't travel everywhere. So that's where the problem comes in. So you just have to kind of hopscotch and be careful where you go. Um, United, like I say, fly United, get you some liquor. Say more people acting up worse than they are now. Maybe that liquor will make them sleep better because the stewardesses, they say the flight attendants is giving them feedback like the people will do better if they bring that liquor back. So maybe, who is in Twitch with a wrench? Queen Mermaid, if you're there, we need you to take out trash. Thanks. So you stepped away, but you feel like you missed something that'll make me feel as I watch Roots. Somebody done got away with hurting our folks with a pat on the hand. Yeah, the DA over in Chattahoochee in Georgia, paying witnesses, and he only got a year in jail and $1,000 fine and 4 years on paper. Auntie Eva says no, I won't restore time. It won't restore time to them. But in addition, these cases need to be thrown out and their records expunged. Absolutely. Toffee Mocha say to bring liquor back on the planes means more entertainment in the air. Right. That's right. Fly United, get your liquor. United say, darn it, they cut the liquor off on June 1st, and things ain't been the same. Bring back the liquor. That's what they said. Now I don't know if I would have said it, but that's what they said, y'all. Yeah, y'all, please like the video. Please, please, please. So I don't know, but that's all I got today. Them the only updates I got, y'all. Just want to make sure y'all know what's going on, and we done got us a little news, had us a couple of keys, and we'll be back in a few hours. Say you can make up for lost money, not stolen time, right? And the fact that he stole time from those people who were prosecuted by paying witnesses. I feel like, how do you do that to people and get 1 year in jail? Like at this point, they're not even trying to hide their bias. And they allowed him to resign. I don't know. It's just disgusting. I find it absolutely disgusting and unconscionable. But again, that's one of those things that I'm sure won't get a lot of airplay. And
I'm pretty sure they're not going to make it public which defendants he did that to, because I'm willing to bet, yes, Toffee Mocha, there is Bible study tonight, because I'm willing to bet that disproportionately, as per normal, they were more than likely majority black folks. Is what I'm thinking. Because that's usually the case, you know. All right. Well, listen, we got our information out. We were able to sit down, talk about everything, give y'all the updates. I like giving the updates. It's fun. It's fun. One more time, with respect to our brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, happy Founders Day to them. Want to always make sure that we, you know, paying proper respect where we can. If y'all don't mind, we're going to play their hymn on our way up out of here. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. But we got to get on up out of here if we're going to come back. And y'all know I got to finish up my notes. I started my notes, but we got to finish our notes. And I still got to figure out if this is going to be a 2-part lesson or not.
Omega Psi.